Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. So those who've been following along with our channel will have noticed that we've been somewhat AWOL for the last few months. So I think the reasons for our absence will be relatively self-evident. With the demise of our sailing plans for last year, we essentially just ran out of things to do on the boat and therefore ran out of content for you. Fortunately though, as we come into 2024, that's all about to change. We have some big plans for this year and we have some big plans for our sailing trip, which are hopefully gonna make up for the missing out on the trip last year. To give you some update as to what's been happening, we haven't been entirely idle for the last few months. We have sorted out our engine woes, and in fact the next video you're going to see is actually a video from a little while ago where I sort of do the last steps of putting the engine together before she's ready to go back in the boat. We also have some other videos coming up with some of the other work that we've been doing to sort of finish off some of the jobs from last year as well as get the boat ready for next year. So starting from this point forward, you should be seeing a steady stream of videos coming out of the channel, hopefully about every fortnight.
So as we're filming this, we are actually a couple of weeks or so away from launching this year, which is quite exciting, but it's also quite daunting because it means I got to go back on the boat, on the water, which for me is still quite a scary prospect. I am looking forward to being on the bigger boat because it's a bit more of a luxury liner in comparison to Salty Sea Dog, with all the upgrades that Tim has been doing to it, but also it's going to be a lot more stable, and so hopefully I'm not going to be crapping my pants as much. And we're hoping the weather is going to be nice so we can go for a shakedown run, even though we're going to be staying relatively close, just in case there is an emergency, we can quickly get back to the boatyard.
Assuming all goes well with the shakedown trip and there aren't any sort of major problems that crop up with the boat, we're going to nip home for a week or so just to sort of finish off a few bits of work, and then the plan is to spend as much of May and June as possible up there on the boat. Now this is going to be a mixture of both of us being on the boat, but also there's going to be some periods of me being solo on the boat, so hopefully that's going to give a sort of interesting dynamic for the content that you're going to get. I've never really done that much solo sailing, certainly not on a boat of this kind, so it's going to be a really big learning curve for me, and I hope you'll come along with that journey. Obviously with the British and more specifically West Coast Scotland weather, it's going to be a little bit up in the air as to what's possible. However, our rough plan is to head back around the Mull of Kintyre and head up the west coast of Scotland, hopefully going further north than we've ever been before, with I think the ultimate aim being that we might make it to Skye if the trip and the weather goes well. Yeah, the videos for you guys are going to be coming out a little bit behind, but as I say, hopefully we will have consistent videos for the next few months for you.
And for those weeks that we aren't doing a sailing video, I have actually launched a photography channel where you can come along on my photography adventures as I take some very tentative steps into the world of wildlife photography, and Skylar is also going to be featuring some of those videos, and we all know that that's who you're actually here to see.
So after the May-June trip, we're going to have to return home to do some work over the summer with the hope that we're going to go back up. We're going to be leaving the boat in the water whilst we come back to work, but then hopefully we're going to be back up there towards the end of September. Either that end of September trip will be a sort of mad dash in whatever weather window we can get to get back around the Mull and back into the boatyard, but if the weather's nice, there's no reason we can't particularly extend it and maybe go for a bit more exploring. So as you can probably tell, we have big plans for this summer, which means lots of videos and lots of exploring and lots of new places on our new boat Hat-Trick, so I hope very much you're going to come along with us for our adventures. So if you're interested in seeing how the engine saga turned out, to see how all of the renovation work we've done has turned out, and more importantly to see how the actual sailing goes, then make sure to subscribe and like the video, etc., to tell the algorithm that you want to see more. So as always, we want to thank you for stopping by. We hope you're looking forward to this summer as much as we are, and most of all, we hope you'll check back for the next one.